All right, all right. Well, I'm here. I want to give y'all some more wrestling content, man. So I want to talk about why, in my opinion, the NWO angle didn't work in the WWE. Everything looked like it was in place. I remember when Vince, when he did a little psychedelic promo, he turned around, had the NWO letters, place went crazy. So this is where I think things started to go wrong. It's little things that can make things go wrong, man, that you could pay attention to. Now, we remember the NWO as being ruthless. The NWO just beating the dog shit out of people. The NWO spray painting people. Anybody that get in the way, they just beating their ass. Look at the first segues. Even though it was great to see. When they had Stone Cold, when they interacted with him for the first time, yo, that was magic. That was magic right there. That's like fantasy booking, right? One-on-one right there. Seeing Stone Cold and the NWO interacting. So they offered Scott Hall, which is crazy, offers Stone Cold a gift of beer. Steve takes the beer and just throws it behind him. He just stares at him like, look, I ain't drinking that. And they let him walk. They let him walk. I was thinking, hold on, man. They ain't gonna jump this dude? What's going on? So then they go and meet up with The Rock. And they do a segue with him. And The Rock just tears all three of these dudes down. Even though the promo is real funny. He tears them down. Brought up Razor Ramon. Brought up Big Daddy Cool Diesel. Told Hogan he could take your prayers and vitamins and shove it up your candy ass and just walks out. And I'm like, whoa. The NWO been getting sunned all night. Now, even though they jump them later on, you got to get it right the first time. They supposed to represent a threat. You know what they should have done? They did this thing backwards. The NWO should have been doing what they were doing the first time. Just jumping and beating the dog shit out of people the first time in. No strength, no mercy. Started with the mid-carders, started with the jobbers. You don't bring these guys in to interact with the top of talent and get them embarrassed. That's a strike one right there. Now here's another strike. When they beat The Rock's ass in Chicago. This was top 5 Raw right here to me. They beat The Rock's ass, hit him with a hammer, jackknife, razor's edge, leg drop. Then they rushed The Rock to the hospital, to the ambulance, and the NWO truck come in and just bam, hits the ambulance. And you would think that's attempted murder, but here what happened? The crowd cheered it. They cheered it. The NWO was getting cheered. Now this is the bad thing too. Seeing a WCW creation getting cheered over your homegrown talent. Vince McMahon do not like that at all. I don't care how much. He's still petty at the end of the day. So here's the thing. The Rock comes back. And he just has like a bandage on his rib. Like, that's it? You was in an ambulance strapped up and the truck crushed you? And you just come back with a bandaged rib? Then they did another mistake. What they should have done was they should have had this be the main event. The NWO versus Rock and Austin. That should be the main event of WrestleMania. If we're going to really draw a house, instead of having Scott Hall and Steve Austin in the mid card and having Rock and Hogan in the main event, that would have still kept Hogan's heat in a way. Because when they did the one-on-one in Canada, they cheered Hogan. And it was like, what? Then he started Hogan up and stuff. Now, that was one of my favorite moments. But I knew right then and there when Austin beat Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, it was over. Then another thing too, even the sick way when Stone Cold kidnapped Scott Hall and he's chasing the NWO with a wrench or a pipe. The NWO is running from one man. We were sitting here looking at it like, are they gonna recruit some new members? Are we gonna get the same style of booking that WCW did? Nah, this probably was a way of, in a way, semi-burying that creation. Especially after Mania 18, they try to redo it by having X-Pac rejoined, and they try to redo it by having Shawn Michaels join, but this shit was done afterwards. After Hollywood Hogan done, that was it. And then Kevin Nash gets hurt, Scott Hall falls off that wagon, and NWO dies. But they should have went ahead and put that main event, instead of put on a free Raw, that should have been a main event for Mania. Let Triple H and Jericho come before that. Because that will right the wrong of the invasion angle. That's what I would have done. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Subscribe, hit the like button, please.